I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind?
Hello everyone, the countdown begins. V's military discharge is just a week away, and BTS fans are ecstatic. After an 18-month wait, fans will soon be reunited with their favorite artist. As June 10th approaches, they are wondering what V's last few days in the barracks will be like. A recent fan-shared update shows V taking photos with his comrades, writing sweet farewell messages and signing autographs. According to fans, his center aura shone in the pictures. BTS member Kim Taehyung, or V, has sent ARMY into a frenzy yet again. This time not from the stage, but from the heart of his military life. The newly surfaced photos, shared by fan communities, captured a more grounded side of the global star. Two group pictures, one in black and white and the other vibrant in color, offered a touching glimpse of camaraderie, resilience, and quiet pride. Fans were quick to spot that signature Kim Taehyung aura, even amid uniformed peers. In the photos, Taehyung's composed yet charismatic expression reminded many fans of his iconic stage presence. Standing in the middle, his calm energy radiated powerfully, a presence that needed no lighting, no music, and no choreography to be felt. This was the same magnetic field armies have coined as the Kim Taehyung aura, and now it shimmered even brighter in the raw simplicity of real-life brotherhood. Dressed sharply in his military uniform, V appeared as if straight out of a historical drama. His polished look, paired with subtle gestures of kindness, like autographing for comrades and penning down emotional notes, won over not just fans, but possibly even military personnel around him. The message he wrote, "You did a good job," was short, but it spoke volumes. The tone wasn't just respectful. It was healing. Armies pointed out how these simple words felt layered when coming from someone like Kim Taehyung. Known for his poetic soul and emotionally intelligent lyrics, V's note was read by fans as both personal and universal. A soothing balm after 18 months of rigorous training and separation. It showed his empathy, his gratitude, and his signature humility that has always set him apart. Comparisons quickly began flooding social media. Side-by-side edits placed V at the center of BTS's on-stage performance and at the center of the military group photo. The resemblance in both formations struck fans as symbolic. No matter where he goes, whether in glittering concert arenas or the modest barracks of South Korea, the Kim Taehyung aura doesn't fade. One fan noted, "It's not about the outfit or the camera angle, it's him. His aura pulls you in." Another said, "The way he stands, the way his eyes speak. There's a quiet thunder about him." Others chimed in with poetic captions, calling him a lighthouse in a sea of uniforms, and an artist even in silence. And of course, the internet had its trademark explosion of emotion. Posts with variations of "How is this man real?" and "I am on the floor sobbing" began trending. Screenshots of the black and white photo quickly became profile pictures for many armies, while fan art illustrators rushed to sketch their own versions of military V, capturing the mixture of stoicism and soul that only Taehyung could deliver. One artist even titled their piece Sergeant Soul, a tribute to V's ability to remain ethereal even in one of the most grounded environments imaginable. Many fans echoed this sentiment, commenting that V has this celestial quality. Whether wearing sequins or camo, his inner glow remains unmissable. It's what makes the Kim Taehyung aura so unforgettable. Beyond visuals, fans are also talking about the emotional evolution they're witnessing. For someone who once openly cried at the thought of enlistment and leaving fans behind, Taehyung's current state feels like a powerful transformation. They admire his maturity, strength, and above all, his kindness towards fellow soldiers. He didn't have to leave them a message. He didn't have to sign autographs. But he chose to, one fan pointed out. That's the kind of man Taehyung is, elegant in action, intentional in emotion. Many noted how his gestures showed that he didn't see his comrades as background characters, but as brothers he respected deeply. Fans also appreciated the contrast in his expressions. Softness blended with discipline, gentleness mixed with resolve. It wasn't a commercial photo shoot. There were no makeup artists or stylists around. But somehow, Taehyung still managed to look like he belonged on the cover of a magazine. That's the magic of the Kim Taehyung aura. It's not manufactured, it's innate.
That's it, the end of the song. Next time you'll sing along.
The countdown to June 10th has now taken on a celebratory yet emotional air. Fans are not just waiting for V's return as a performer. They're waiting for the reunion of hearts. The past 18 months have been a testament to patience, to love that endures, and to the extraordinary journey of an ordinary Korean man who just happens to be a global icon. V's discharge will mark the beginning of a new chapter, and fans are ready. There's already talk about his return project, whether it will be music, acting, or even fashion collaborations. Speculations aside, what remains constant is the ARMY's overwhelming support. "We've waited this long. We'll wait forever if we have to," wrote one fan. Others are preparing projects. Some fan sites plan on distributing commemorative photo cards, while others are working on Welcome Back V videos that compile clips from the fandom, set to his solo songs like Winter Bear and Love Me Again. It's a celebration rooted in genuine affection, not just stardom. In fact, fans are using this moment to reflect on how much they've grown alongside him. "When he enlisted, I was just starting university. Now I'm graduating, and so is he, from military life," wrote an ARMY on X. It's these parallel timelines that deepen the emotional connection between idols and fans. Even soldiers who served with V have shared warm testimonials. One wrote anonymously, "He was never boastful. He always listened, helped, and stayed humble." These anecdotes strengthen the image of Taehyung not just as a star, but as a truly decent human being. As June 10th inches closer, the excitement intensifies. Armies have already started counting down with hashtags like #OneWeekWithV and #Kim Taehyung Aura Unmatched. Global fans plan to trend special tags on Discharge Day and even coordinate streaming marathons of his solo songs. For now, fans are simply savoring these last few glimpses into his military journey. The photos may be simple, but the impact is immense. They are windows into a quiet strength that has only deepened during his time away from the stage. And when the day finally comes, the cheers will be deafening, not just because a superstar has returned, but because Kim Taehyung, the man with an unshakable soul and magnetic energy, is coming home. The emotional anticipation surrounding Kim Taehyung's return has also sparked deeper reflections within the fandom. For many armies, V's military journey became symbolic of endurance, not only for the idol but also for the fans who waited faithfully. His return is more than a discharge from duty. It's a poetic full circle. The boy who sang Sweet Night to comfort fans is now returning from a long quiet night of his own, carrying with him the strength forged in silence. As the date nears, South Korean media outlets have begun reporting on the heightened fan activity expected around V's return. Local cafes, subway stations, and even buses are already adorned with posters and LED displays celebrating the countdown. International fans are contributing by organizing online streaming parties and donating to charities in his name, turning admiration into meaningful impact, a tradition long associated with Taehyung's philanthropic fanbase. What remains especially remarkable is how V's popularity has not waned despite his absence from the spotlight. In fact, many fans believe his mystique has only intensified during these 18 months. His occasional updates, from the brief letters on Weverse to these rare but striking photos, have allowed fans to grow closer to the man behind the icon. The scarcity made every moment feel precious. And now, the return feels like the closing of a meaningful chapter and the start of an even richer one. Some speculate that his first post-discharge appearance may come in the form of a heartfelt live stream, perhaps quiet, sincere, and full of gratitude, just like the man himself. Others hope for a music drop, a single that reflects his inner growth and artistic maturity. Whatever the format, fans are ready for V's next evolution. After all, the Kim Taehyung aura is not static. It morphs, adapts, and deepens with time. Taehyung's unique ability to remain true to himself while still evolving is a trait many artists aspire to. It's why he's admired not just as a singer or performer, but as a person. His